In this video I'll be shooting some large format 4x5s, medium format with my Hasselblad, opening mail and doing some crazy super duper scientific sniffing stuff and most likely making fun of myself. I'll also be exposing the post office for tax fraud. So don't forget to like and press that subscribe button down below, and let's roll with the intro. So it's one more day and one more opening of mail. Let me see what I have. Let me see. Smells of Edelweiss. Yeah. Complete Edelweiss. So this one comes from Germany. And I'm going to open a lot of mail on this video. And I've purchased a lot of material on eBay. I'll put the description somewhere over there. I know it already. Macro paper from Germany. Paper and paper and paper and paper and paper. Oh, this is a nice bag. This is from Post. I'm always expecting a freebie to be inside. It's a nice leather bag. Many thanks to the seller. I don't have the front roll lens cap. This is a Tokina. This is quite alright. This is quite okay. No fungus whatsoever. This is an autofocus lens. This is the Tokina 28-105 f3.5. I will be using this most likely on my Nikon f4 or maybe on the Nikon f5. Tokina are normally good lenses. I'm going to open more boxes in the next few days, and I'm going to show it to you what I'm about to receive. One of them two of them I'm really excited. One of them is two Petzval lenses, two brass Petzval lenses. The other one is a brand new solar system, which I use a lot. I use solar power to charge everything related to all my devices. So all the batteries, even my phone battery is charged via solar power. Just to let you know that I finished installing my solar panels, and everything is working beside one big sparkle that I created. I'll show you where the things are. Solar panels are outside, as you can see them. I have my charger up here. I have a 24, but I have two batteries there connected in series to an inverter. The inverter is powering on the lights and is powering up this charger here. So everything is working, and I'm going to connect my radio through here. So this is my charging things that I need to charge everything. The DJIs, the telephone, everything. I'm going to open this one. Tulips. Yeah, tulips. This smells of tulips from the Netherlands, from Holland. This is full of gaffer tape, and I say plural because it's two of them, and you will be able to see it somewhere around here for €4. And I can see already my little friend Mr. Bubble Wrap. So this one is a Super Orion. And probably believe me, super is just a name. There should be nothing super on it. And I have another one, another Super Orion 28mm f2.8. This should be really bad. What can one expect? Tulips. I made an offer. I was the only one to make the offer. That's why I got this. Well, at least they should work. They are fairly clean. This is cheapo lens. Quality control passed. I have no idea which country is this. It's not China. Let's open this one. There's fungus inside. 80-205 f4.5 fluid fungus. I like this. Too bad they still don't do it today. So this is the lens hood, and you just pop it out. That's quite fun. Push-pull. Let me see if this has the eternal problems of push-pull lens. No, it doesn't. Oh, cool. This part here is not moving, so there is no airflow going in. This goes to the back. I'll start somewhere. Where are you going? out of curiosity, I have something also to show you, which I bought it from the same seller as I bought this lens. I knew it was completely for parts, but I'll have to show you because I'm going to have it repaired and you're going to see what it is. So I bought my 7th Rolleiflex. I bought this very specifically because I don't have this model. This is the 621 model. This is pre-war, early 30s, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put the link over there on the screen. The lenses are in superb shape. They are extremely clean. There is not a speck of dust. I also like the cap, the original cap. You don't see this anymore. This is very, very rare to find. The viewing system is also perfectly clean. Well, now you're not going to see much. Oh, you can see it. It's the typical Rolleiflex. Very, very bright in the middle, completely dark in the corners. You can see it pretty well from here. The only issue is, this also is the older one with these hinges that have it as a pair. The only issue, which is a major issue, she doesn't arm, and as such she doesn't fire. So this is still the old standard mechanism that afterwards you would see this on the rolly cord. So the Rolleiflex dumped this mechanism to have a button here for taking a photo. The rolly cord inherited this kind of system, meaning that there's my dog, another one of my dogs barking. This one is Pintas. Pintas is a mutt that I have, I got her about 6 years ago, and she had leeches in the heart. But going back to this, this is the old system, the old standard, where you would cock the shutter you would cock it like this and you would shoot it like this. But there's something there off, so I'm going to have somebody have a look at it and most likely repair it because she's worth it. I bought it for 45 euros if I'm not mistaken, so it was a very good deal. This also has the sports finder, Carl Zeiss Jenna. Tesser? Yeah, Tesser. Tesser as well. So I will be opening much more mail coming in. So this one came from the same seller. Oh, by the way, something I need to show you as well. So this is my test roll anyway. But this system, I don't know if you remember Rolleiflexes, they have here a pressure pad here, and they have a pressure pad inside. So normally you would pick up like this knob, you would take it out so you can take up a thing, but not on this one. This one still comes with the original one. This is from 20s to 30s. This is made of wood, complete wood, and this is completely metal. I'm going to keep this one because this one is in a spectacular shape. And the pressure pad, which normally on a Rolleiflex would be here, and it would be in this color, so it would be a gray, metallic gray. There's this pressure thingy that keeps the film completely flat and completely ready to be used and picked up by this reel and this reel. This is not an automat. What does it mean? It means that she will not feel that there is a film inside. You will have to use this red window or this red window, which actually is a plus for this model. Because I don't know if you remember the times that I spoke to you about my Hasselblad. I normally don't stop at number 1, I normally stop a little bit before number 1. Before number 1 there are 4 dots, big dot, smaller dot, tiny dot, and a very, very, very tiny dot. And then it comes number 1. So what I do is I stop on the second dot. And like that, when I do the 12th shot, she's actually on number 11. Unlike that, I can get 13 shots per roll of 12, which is a bonus for this model, also knowing that the lenses, the lenses are perfect. There's no haze, no speck of dust, nothing whatsoever. I am never going to sell this camera. Even like this, I really adore. This is a piece of architectural art. This is a piece of history, which is, well, even today, well, this is my 7th Rolleiflex. Even today, I feel joy when I pick up one of these ones. Completely in German, as you can see. I don't know if you can see it from there. This is the really typical. This would be a camera that the soldier would take to the front and then would do several photographs of their comrades during Second World War. And this one is Pintas. Pintas was found a few years ago with several babies, and she was picked up by an association, not us, and the kids were immediately adopted, and she was left behind because she was very sick. Pintas, she was always very, very tired. She didn't have any strength whatsoever because she had leeches in her heart. Then one day I found a picture of her and I said, okay, she's worth it to bring along and try to find a home for her. And so I brought her with me to my house. She never had anyone interested, so she just stayed, and now she's part of one of us from one of the pack of the dogs that I have. So I've been eyeing this house for more than a week, and I even went to Google Earth to check the best positions and how to get in, which turned out to be quite easy. And I choose specifically RX20 film for this shoot. This because I know that while developing with the Rodinol at 1+100, I would get a really contrasty image, that kind of contrast that goes with a photo. On this specific image, I used the Schneider 90mm Super Angry 1, which is an f5.6. I tilted the front standard and I also tilted the back standard as well. This would of course grant me out of focus areas on the upper part and on the lower part of the image, which is what I wanted. I did not hurry up this photo shoot, but I did have other places to be and to photograph as well on this Sunday morning, so I decided to cut things short for 3 or 4 exposures, this one being the one that I wanted. So it was time to put the dark slide on the cut film holder and hit the road jack. Well, in this case, Paul. And before you ask or criticize something, no, I was not driving and videoing at the same time. I set everything on the dashboard, completely secured, and I just let it take one image each and every second. And this is the town of Janes. Janes is very well known for having a fair where they do the blessing of the livestock. And it's a very good place to do rural street photography. And of course the town had its share of tractors and also several characters worth photographing along with old cars. But that was not the main gist that I was there for. You see, I had an image on my mind and I had to take it on that day, because it's the day that everybody goes to this small temple. So the idea that I had for the image was one of the entrances to the temple to be surrounded by light while the interior would be in complete darkness, and somebody was passing by with the legs forming a triangle just in front of me. So I was going for a composition of a rectangular shape at the entrance and a triangular shape of the legs of the person passing by. So I sat there and waited for around 20 minutes, taking 1 or 2 images which were complete duds, and no one was putting their legs just where I wanted. But nonetheless, an immigrant passes by and he starts to make questions to me, which I was answering by giving small talk. And he went to sit exactly there on the frame of my image, where I didn't want him to be. So time passes by, I'm there waiting for him to leave. All of a sudden he decides to go away, he walks out, he goes into the light, and when he feels the sun, he stops for a brief moment, he opens his arms to receive the heat or a blessing from God, and this image appears. And of course this only has the rectangular shape in the image, not the triangular one that I wanted, but the rectangular one actually forces your eye to look directly at him and what he's doing, so this image actually does work for me. So what happens is, I received this parcel of mail, this parcel of mail, and this parcel of mail. Bought all of this, and this was shipped to me, this one on the 13th of August, these two on the 15th, and they got stuck in customs. So I contacted the post office, and the post office claimed that for these 3 packages no one had declared anything and no one had given any values whatsoever, and they did not give the VAT code, the IOSS of eBay. So I needed to go and pay all the taxes to the Portuguese state. And I claimed that I had paid the taxes, so I produced the invoice of eBay claiming VAT. And I said, listen, VAT is paid, so I don't have to pay it again. Oh, no, you have to pay because the sender did not claim that you paid. So you need to pay. There was back and forth conversations, and at the end I had to pay, otherwise this, and they threatened me to send this back. These are very special lenses. I don't find it anywhere I want, so I really wanted this to be with me. So I was forced to pay VAT double. Twice. So I paid the first one to eBay, and then I had to pay VAT again to the Portuguese authorities. But surprise, surprise, the post office said that they didn't receive any claim whatsoever from the senders. And when I received the first parcel, this one, I have here IOSS, as you can see. So there is an IOSS, and I have a Customs UK declaration. So they were saying that there was no declaration whatsoever. It's a lie. It's here on the envelope. On this parcel as well, sent from Mr. Sven, there is a declaration there as well. On the second parcel of Mr. Sven, it's also in there. And he claims here VAT pay, IOSS, and the number of the IOSS. So the post office was actually lying to me and doing tax fraud, putting me in the position that I would have to pay tax twice, the same tax, when it was clearly not the case, because I had the IOSS here, the IOSS is written here, and this is a customs declaration in the UK. So I would be exempt from tax here in Portugal, which didn't happen. I had to pay twice. So it's a fraud. Be aware. The CTT Post Office is making a fraud. If you're Portuguese and you're watching this, don't fall for it. I sent them the emails of eBay, and I sent them the invoices of eBay, and even so, they did not accept it. They say that I needed to pay. So now I'm going to a big battle trying to claim this from the post office or the Portuguese state, because I paid VAT to the Portuguese state based on the declarations of the post office that none of this was present at the parcels, which is a complete lie. There is customs declaration, it's clearly written there. So this smells of stupidity. Really, stupidity, fraud, stupidity. So the post office, CTT Post Office, are really crap. They really commit fraud. But let's open this anyway. So let's pick up Mr. Knife. There you go. I don't want to spoil the box, because I want the box to serve as proof, because I'm going to have a really long battle with them, with the post office. I thought in the beginning that this would be an enlarger lens. Well, an old enlarger lens, but in fact it isn't. It's an old rectilinear lens. It's a lustre from Mr. Ray. Ray was an old constructor of lenses, and this is a Ray lustre. Really old lens. But these ones are older. These ones are Petzval lenses that I bought. These I need really to clean them. I paid actually very little for this, so it was more the hassle of dealing with the post office than anything else. So I'll open this one first. I need to keep this pretty much intact. So I need to keep this more or less intact. Well, this is superbly well packed. Thank you, Mr. Sven. Oh, and he sends me also cool. a flange for it. He said that he said, oh, this is massive. This is way too big, isn't it? Actually, no. No, these are good lenses. This is really old. It's supposed to be a Petzval lens. Here you can put the Waterhouse stops, which is those small metal pieces that actually do control the f-stops. You probably want to shoot this wide open so that you can have Petzval look that we all like. But this is well cool. I need to give it a really nice, brush. Pretty little thingy. Let's open the second one. So many thanks, Mr. Sven Schroeder, for sending this to me. And Sven was a really nice seller. He put me completely at ease. We discussed several things. I was even telling him about the problem of the importation of these goods. But I really strongly advise you to check his wares and check if you want something from him, because this is a really nice seller who goes, I'm not going to say run the extra mile, but run the extra miles in plural. I had all my doubts in a second completely explained. I would definitely buy from him again and again and again and again. God, this is a massive lens. And a pretty one at that too. These ones are unbranded. I was hoping that they would have here the f-stop number, but they don't. You can always guess. Let's see how this lens is on the inside. Pretty sure that even before seeing, this is in really good shape. Yeah, this is in really good shape. I like the patina, this red patina that this lens has, really nice. Let's see what stoppings, they go all like this. Really nice lens. So tomorrow I'll be Dremel at hand, or most likely I will remove this from there. This really looks well. This really looks good. Many thanks, Sven, for this. Many thanks. And it's with this image of me laying at my stairs with my dogs, promising to you that on the next video I will be using those 3 lenses. Those lenses that the CTT post office so hard tried to take it away from me. So, as we say in Portuguese, até à próxima.